and celebration. Woo! Let's hear about it. Okay. First off, the thank yous. I'd like to thank Father Tim. When I heard he was going to be officiating today, I was especially excited because he'd known Paul for so long, and to know his love and care, and you could definitely tell that he loved and cared for him at Mass today. So it was a real treat. So thank you. Joe and Ann Thibodeau, I won't make you stand, but they held down the fort here in Green Bay and did all logistical things, and financially they helped out tremendously. We appreciate that. And most importantly, they welcomed Rebecca into their family immediately. Now, I don't know if it has something to do with Paul's past girlfriends, but they were really happy to see Rebecca, and I was very much appreciated. Thank you so much. It does our heart good. My lovely wife, Kathy, is behind the scenes. She looks relaxed tonight, but in Libertyville, she was working very hard at doing what she could from afar, and she's the love of my life for 30 years, and this is wedding number 3 for us in 2 years. Kathy, thank you. I'd like to make a special tribute to the grandparents. Grandpa Dale, Grandma B, Grandma Sill and Grandpa Lehman, who are here, and Grandpa Cole, who couldn't make it tonight, and all the dearly departed grandparents. I want them to know that we remember them now and forever because of what they've done to make our families great. And so I want a round of applause for the grandparents. Finally, I never get up in front in public without taking the opportunity to thank God. God has been so good to our families, and so I want to thank Him from the bottom of my heart for everything He's done for us. Now for the sentimental part. Rebecca Ann Lehman, first girl Lehman born in over 3 generations. I was told that I was a weak link by someone who remained unknown. Todd Lehman. Anyway, she was born on July 20th, 1988. It was the 19th anniversary of Neil Armstrong's Great Leap for Mankind walk on the moon. I remember I had my lunar landing module out in front of me, and Kathy walked in the room and said, "It's time." And I said, "Really?" But Rebecca, your entry into the world was just as spectacular. You're perfect in every way except for one. You had a little mark on the back of your hand, and we had no idea what that was from. The doctor didn't know. We thought, well, maybe something happened in the delivery, but about 3 minutes later, Rebecca answered our questions. She whipped her arm around and put her hand in her mouth, and that was the answer. And so it's something that she had to do before she was born, and because inside you have no other senses but the sense of touch. And you wanted to get a head start on getting to know your world. So 2 years later, you used to have a habit of sitting next to me at breakfast. It was one of the special times of my life. And you'd have your cereal, and I'd have my grapefruit without sugar on it, because I'm a dentist. And of course, it was very tart. And one day, Rebecca had asked me, "Can I have some grapefruit juice?" And I poured some on a spoon, knowing full well what was going to happen. And so when I put the spoon to her mouth, her face nearly collapsed. And she recovered from that, but she never ever asked me for grapefruit juice again. As a teenager, she spent a lot of her free time, like most teenagers, watching television. And as an adult, average adult, I spent a lot of time snacking. And so as I would go to the pantry and I would reach the pantry door and open the door, it'd make a tiny little squeak, and the TV was blaring on the other side of the house. And Rebecca would say,
"What are you eating?"
"What are you eating?" Of course, I was caught. And I said, of course, rice cakes. All right, so I have another story about the sense of smell, but I think we'll pass on that. Not literally. Anyhow, if Rebecca has a superpower, if anyone knows her, it's her senses and her perception. She knows and loves and cares for her world. Paul put it best in the wedding blog when asked, why does he love Rebecca so much? And he said, because she pushes me and she challenges me to be better. So what more can you ask for? It's great. So, now for the celebration. Tonight, we're going to do a little something different. We're going to do an analogy between your relationship and what else? We're in Green Bay, a Green Bay Packer football game. Set it up, boys. We are now turning Green Bay Botanic Gardens into Thibodeau Field. Paul, I need you to take that ball out. Be careful. Take it out. Just lift it up. No, take it out of the case. That's how you play with it. Okay. Can you throw it? No. Okay. Can you throw it here? You can do it, Paul. Okay. That represents when they met. Okay. I'll tell you a little story about that. Paul had met Rebecca through his friends, and things didn't go so well. It's almost as if I fumbled the ball out of bounds. Okay. So, that's okay, Paul. Kathy did the same thing to me 30 years ago. You just persist. I'm going to call a timeout here. I'm going to talk to you about this ball. 42 years ago, I was in Green Bay at a Key Club convention, and I won this. It's a 1972 all-autographed ball. It's got Bart Starr, Ray Nitschke, Chester Marco, Carroll Dale. So, this ball has gotten me through many tough times as a Packer fan. The 70s and 80s to start. Also, I moved to Illinois in the 80s, and moving to Illinois as a Packer fan is just a horror. And I am proud to say I raised 4 children in Illinois, and they're all Packer fans. Yeah! So Paul went home and did what every red-blooded male would do, and he creeped on Rebecca on Facebook, and found her Facebook picture, her timeline was a picture of her and her sister Lauren in Lambeau Field, and with Aaron Rodgers was photobombing them, but he was just actually practicing on the field. And so I can only imagine Paul looked at that picture and said, I want her even more. So he came up with a plan. And I thought it was a darn good plan. He was going to go to where he met her first and just wait. And eventually it worked. And then he came up with what Rebecca called was the best pickup line ever. Ever. He saw her across the room and he said, hey! Best pickup line ever. And it worked. Okay, so as a father of 3 girls, I didn't get much information about their love lives, but Rebecca had called us and said, I'm dating someone officially. And so we thought this is something that never happened. So we knew that Paul was someone special. I think at the time, this could be a little embarrassing, Rebecca, but who cares? I'm sorry, but I think her ringtone was, are you still working for me next week? Yeah. Yes, she is. Okay. Beautiful. All right. We're beyond the 50-yard line now. We're getting near the 20. All right. And you know, non-football fans, the 20 is the red zone. All good football teams score most of the time in the 20. So we're not quite there yet. So Rebecca, with her super senses, immediately fell in love with Paul. And I can honestly say, in dental school, she was happy, but with Paul, she was happier, much happier. And so, with her super senses, and I'm going to be careful how I say this, with her super senses, she was smitten, hook, line, and sinker, but she still had to get my approval. Okay, so she came up to me and she asked me, what do you think of him? And I said, oh, he's from Green Bay. Okay, yeah. He's handsome, he's smart, he's funny, he's modest, he's a lot like me. So I gave her my blessing, but I said, in order to do that, I don't know him as well as you do. I'm going to take a leap of faith that he is going to be the one for you, and I honestly believe that you two are perfect together. So. We are now in the red zone. So, Paul and I have a good relationship, and a lot of times, we'll give each other a hard time, like he does with the Colts and everyone else. And so he asked us to go out to dinner, and Paul never asked us to go out to dinner. And this was last summer, and we thought, uh-oh, here it comes. 3 weddings in 2 years. So he went out to dinner, and before I even got a chance to give him a hard time, he delivered one of the best speeches ever. So, yeah, we said yes. So, they already told the story about going to the London Eye and whatever. And she said yes, and here we are. And today, I don't mean to be so flippant, I'm just a little nervous. Please forgive me. Okay. So, as a parent, I am super happy. I'm a nut to begin with, but I'm even nuttier when I'm really happy, and I'm really happy tonight. And I'm going to be putting this ball over the line like they got married, and I want you guys to be nuts as well and go crazy. And then I'm going to do some things that are a little strange. It's a celebratory thing, and I hope you can all see enough, but here we go. Ready? Get your cold cuts, get your cold cuts. All right. Oh wait, when Aaron Rodgers scores a running touchdown, little discount double check action. Virtual discount double check. We want the real thing. Discount double check. And for those of you in the back, the end zone turns into well wishes for Paul and Rebecca. 7, 18, 15, love forever. So, I feel just a little bit empty now, though. I think, don't they do that thing in Lambeau with the leap? But we have to go all the way to Lambeau Field to do it. Oh, wait a minute. We're not at Lambeau. We're at Thibodeau Field. Cue the wall. That once before. Wow. So let me recap. We thanked everyone for the good graces of God. We learned that Rebecca has a superpower and that Paul loves it about her. We showed the relationship that brought us here, and most importantly, if ever anyone here wants to do something in life, don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself. Just take a leap of faith, and I'm inviting all of you to try this. I'm 240 pounds, and to be honest with you, it took God to help me up here. Did you see the two angels on my arms that helped me up? I'm 58 and I got a bum knee. So I really want to thank you for putting up with the shenanigans. I have no idea how I'm going to get down from here. But I want this party to be a blast and memorable. So thank you and thank you. Have a good night.